You've got work, responsibilities, a social life, and about 100 other things competing for your time. You want to build a great physique, but you just don't have 2 hours a day to spend in the gym. So you figure, what's the point? Let's fix that. Here's the truth that nobody in the fitness industry wants to admit. You don't need to spend hours in the gym every day to build an impressive physique. In fact, with the right approach, you can get there with just 3 40-minute sessions a week. That's only about 2 hours of total gym time. Here's the catch. You're not going to reach elite strength levels or look like a professional bodybuilder by only lifting 3 times a week. It's just not possible. But if you focus on what matters and, more importantly, ignore what doesn't, you can definitely look visibly fit without spending half your life in the gym. It starts with understanding something important. Not all exercises are created equal. There are 2 main categories of exercises: compound movements, which work multiple muscle groups at the same time, and isolation movements, which target one specific muscle. Compound movements include things like bench press, overhead press, barbell rows, pull-ups, squats, and deadlifts. These are the exercises where you can move the most weight and stimulate the most total muscle growth in one go. Isolation movements include things like lateral raises, bicep curls, tricep pushdowns, and leg extensions. These target one muscle at a time and use much lighter weights. They both serve a purpose and have their place in your workout routine, but when you're short on time, compound movements are your best friend. Think about it like this. One set of barbell rows works your entire back, your biceps, and your rear delts all at once. And the best part is that these muscles were designed to work together. So it will develop these muscle groups evenly and help you avoid developing muscle imbalances. To get that same stimulus from isolation exercises, you'd need 3 separate movements, which means your workout is 3 times as long. So the first rule of building a great physique on limited time is this: build your entire routine around the staple compound movements, and only add isolation work if you're deliberately targeting a single muscle group. But that's not the only thing you can optimize. And here's where it gets interesting. Not all muscle groups contribute equally to how your physique actually looks. There are certain muscle groups that you can focus on, which will completely transform the way you look, even in a regular t-shirt. Other muscle groups may be important for a balanced and proportional physique, but don't really change your appearance all that much. If your goal is to look visibly muscular with limited training time, prioritize the muscles that make the biggest visual impact. Let's go over the most important ones. The number 1 muscle group to focus on is your shoulders. Well-developed shoulders are the single biggest factor in creating that athletic V-taper look. Wide at the top, narrow at the waist. It's what makes you look strong and capable, even in a t-shirt. When someone has impressive shoulders, you notice immediately. Number 2 is your back. A thick, wide back completely changes how you fill out a shirt. It contributes to the V-taper and will dramatically change the shape of your silhouette. It's the muscle group that separates people who look like they lift from people who don't, even from a distance. Number 3 is your triceps. Your triceps make up roughly 2/3 of your total arm size. If you want arms that fill out your sleeves, heavy pressing movements that fully develop your triceps will do more for your arm size than just mindlessly spamming bicep curls. And number 4 is your forearms. This one gets overlooked constantly, but think about it. When you're wearing a t-shirt, which is most of the time, your forearms are one of the only muscle groups that are fully visible. Strong, muscular forearms signal strength immediately. The good news is that heavy pulling movements will get you 80% of the way there. These will develop your forearms naturally without needing too much dedicated work. It sounds like a lot, but here's the thing. Just a few compound movements can cover all of these muscle groups. You don't need a dozen exercises to hit them all. Let me show you what a minimal, well-designed push-pull legs routine could look like. For push day, you start off with 3 working sets of barbell military press and 3 working sets of incline barbell bench press. These are your core compound pushing movements and will build your chest, delts, and triceps. You finish with 3 sets of dumbbell lateral raises to round out the delts and 3 sets of cable pushdowns to finish off the triceps. Next is pull day. You start with 3 working sets of barbell rows and 3 working sets of weighted pull-ups. This combination of horizontal and vertical pulling movements will help with both back thickness and width. These also work your biceps and forearms, but to focus on them directly, we can add 2 sets of dumbbell hammer curls. Then, we can finish with 2 sets of cable face pulls for rear delt development. Last is leg day. You do 4 working sets of barbell back squats and 4 working sets of Romanian deadlifts. Between those 2 exercises, you already hit your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. Then, you can follow up with an isolation movement if you want to hone in on a specific muscle group. For example, you could follow up with 3 sets of kickbacks to isolate the glutes, and that's it for legs. But none of this works unless you follow the most important rule. Every single set has to count. That's the real secret to building a great physique with minimal time. It's not about doing more, it's about making what you do actually matter. The key is to take every set to within a rep or 2 of failure and focus on building strength over time on the major compound movements. To track your workouts and make sure you're actually progressing, use Bench. Bench is free to download and use, and it lets you log every set of every exercise in your workout. This way, you'll never have to guess what you did last time. Bench also keeps track of your multi-rep maxes, so you can easily track your progression at higher rep ranges. When you break a record, Bench will let you know. And Bench automatically calculates your weekly volume for each muscle group, so you can make sure you're hitting all the muscle groups evenly on a minimal routine. You can also automate the tracking by setting up a custom volume goal for the muscle group or exercise you want to focus on. For example, you can set a goal of 10 sets of leg volume each week. Then, when you perform any exercise involving your legs, Bench will automatically track your sets toward the goal. It's the perfect tool for anyone who wants real results without living in the gym. Bench is completely free to download and use and is available on both iOS and Android. I'll leave a link in the description so you can download the app. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this.